Hello, Aquarius. Taronic here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers and broadcaster of astrology. First, I'd like to thank you for being here with me today, lending me your ears, your eyes, and your time. I know it is valuable. Therefore, I will be sharing valuable information with you that will help you to navigate the week's upcoming challenges, take advantage of the opportunities and assistance aspecting you, and even be able to look forward to the blessings. Now, remember, this is a weekly update, so it's going to range from today until the 21st. I implore you to look at your rising, moon, and your sun sign as it paints a clearer picture of what you'll be dealing with this week. If you need your natal chart analyzed or you require a tarot reading, don't hesitate to contact me via Messenger, Facebook, or you can email me at mentalchattermusings@gmail.com. Now, this month's newsletter honors creative genius and Essence bestselling author Tashonda Whitaker and her most recent novel, Role Play. I implore you to dive into the audiobook, ebook, or even paperback version of Role Play. And don't forget to stay tuned to Mental Chatter Musings book giveaway of the month. Several lucky readers will have a chance to win a copy of Role Play, as well as my new psychological thriller, Deadliest Intuition, or even author Untamed's Never Again, No More. Don't forget to read and review. Of course, it is the bookish thing to do. You can find the newsletter on my newsfeed at Taronic on Facebook, or you can go to eraybooks.com or just hit the down bar here, and you can find the newsletter links in both places. Now, once you dive into the newsletter, make sure you check out the sneak peeks of Role Play. Yes, I did mean peeks. There's one to read and also one to listen to. So there's two. So dive into those before you take on the full Monty. Please don't forget, guys, to vote for the LCA 21 Awards. That's all capital letters, LCA 21 Awards. If you go to Facebook and you put that in the search bar, I'm sure the post will pop up that allows you to vote on the 2021 awards. Now, if you can't find it there, you can go to my literary page, Taronic, and the voting post is there as well. Deadliest Intuition has been nominated for Best Plot Twist. I am extremely honored and humbled to be nominated, and thank you to all those who have already taken the time to vote for Deadliest Intuition. I love you guys, and the support is much appreciated, definitely. Now, moving along, Diane Rambert will be back on August the 29th on Clubhouse with Diamond's World discussing Animal 5 with author Quan. In the meantime, continue to check out Freestyle Friday with the Facebook group I See You Reading and Chatting. It's where authors give you their impromptu freestyles according to a subject of the lady's choosing. If you'd like to participate in Freestyle Friday as an artist, do not hesitate to contact Ebony Evans, the president of I See You Reading and Chatting Book Club. Now, if you go back and look at last Friday's, you will find myself as a featured artist for Freestyle Friday. So definitely check that out. So let's get into our week. Now, without, Leo, I was going to say without any further ado, let's get into it. But Leo has its last week enjoying the sun this week. Okay, the sun is at home in Leo. It's where it is completely exalted. So we enjoy this last week of the sun in Leo, our sector of play, romance, and pleasure, finances. Well, not finances, but play. We've got plenty to talk about, especially with Venus, the transition of Venus into our sector of partnerships as well. I don't know what is going on with me. But if you have any placements within 3 degrees of the degree that I mentioned, just know the energies will affect you more strongly, okay? Let's move it along. I would just start this over, but I mean, I'm not gonna. So here we go. On Sunday, August the 15th, the sun is in Leo at 23 degrees. It squares the moon in Scorpio at 23 degrees, okay? So this is 2 squares for you. This is your sector of career squaring your sector of relationships. So there's some sort of relationship and career that is, you're trying to manage the ups and downs there. Maybe you can't quite find that balance. You might see some setbacks. There are opportunities where you least expect them, even considering the setbacks with this, how you feel about this relationship. So don't get in your own way and feel bad about it, you know. On Monday, the 16th, the sun is in Leo at 24 degrees. That's a day that's asking you to stay on task. Stay on task as it pertains to your relationships, okay? Because that's where the sun is now. Patience is key and knowledge is power. And with the sign of Mercury in your sector of shared finances, depth and rebirth, sex, intimacy, and things that you're passionate about, in squaring win-win opportunities in your sector of romance, creative endeavors, and children, as well as the North Node where you're trying to reach, clashing with friends and high hopes. Something is going on in home and family, or not home and family, but something is going on in either with a romantic partner. It could be you spending too much money on creative endeavors and friends, you spending too much money on the romantic partner or the kids, or the romantic partner spending too much money. It could be somebody being critical of you as far as money goes, like a lover or a child or a friend, you know, someone in your networks of social groups or something like that, criticizing how you go about making money. It could be any of those things that are squaring on Monday. So you'll need to be diligent to accomplish your goals, but patience is key, like I said, with all of these aspects squaring one another, okay? So try not to get in too bad of an argument with anybody. I can even see with Venus moving into Libra on the same day, you know, it's about protecting those close to you, family or friends. So I can even see you maybe arguing with a lover, taking up for a child over some shared finances, or a child trying to interrupt an argument between two parents over shared finances or something like that. That can definitely crop up for some of you who would be in that, you know, position. Now, be mindful of how willing you are to protect family and friends, as I said, with Venus there. Also, try not to use money as a way to express your love. You might be taken advantage of if so. Let's talk about your blessings and your opportunities that you're going to receive while Venus is in Libra, okay? Now, this is not going to be a one-day transit. It has to go through 29 degrees. So it usually moves a degree a day. So about 30 days of Venus in Libra. So that means you're going to have, it's starting at 0 degree on Monday, but you're going to have romance. You're going to have finances. You're going to have pleasurable times ushered into your sector of what you think, what you preach, long distance travel, your education and skills. It's going to be directly sending you blessings toward your romantic partner. So you might be traveling with a romantic partner or to see a romantic partner. You might be traveling with your children or to see your children, or your children might be traveling to see you. You could get a blessing through one of your creative works, could be recognized from someone at a distance from you. And you could see some type of blessing because of that. All of that is shining on your image. All of that is shining on you at a soul level, your soul's purpose, and it's pushing you toward your highest aspirations, your soul's purpose. Now, in addition to that, you could see during this next 30 days, you could see opportunities and assistance as far as what you think and what you preach coming into you through your friends and your social groups. You actually conquering goals that you want to accomplish as it pertains to your education. You'll have help with those through your relationships. Your friends networks and your social groups really show up for you as it pertains to long distance travel, what you think and what you preach. You might get a chance to even travel with a partner. Okay. Now, as far as the friction that Venus is cooling off, that's going to be behind the scenes in work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. People gossiping about you and things like that. You having problems traveling long distances for work. Venus is going to come there and it's going to bring pleasurable times, finances, and just betterment to that area. So maybe even the gossip going around from behind the scenes is cooled off a bit. because of the Venus transit. Either way, people are seeing what you think and what you preach in a good way, even if someone else is talking about it, okay, or complaining about it. Now, that's going to be, like I said, for the next 30 days. Let's go to Tuesday. On Tuesday, August 17th, the sun is in Leo at 25 degrees. So, of course, if you have any aspects between 21 and 28 degrees, this will aspect you more so. There are always people behind the scenes who mean to stifle you or undermine you, as far as what you think and what you preach. Your even long distance travel and your education and skills, because that's where, you know what? We're not talking about Venus. I'm sorry. Leo is your sector of relationships. There's always going to be someone who wants to undermine you in relationships. But you don't have to help them out by overexhausting your resources or taking things too far in relationships. Okay, so if you come against someone who's acting like that, you know, don't give in to them. Don't feed into the crap that they're putting out, because at the same time, your relationship sector is trining communication with siblings, your networks of people, your neighbors, your friends around you. Relationships are being healed. Okay, you're accomplishing goals with those people that are in your networks of people that you normally communicate with, that you might butt heads with sometimes. You know, you're accomplishing goals with them, and you are your social groups, your relationships with your social groups are really showing up for you, bringing you blessed communication. Okay, so that person who's behind the scenes, who's trying to stifle you, might be a little upset because of your accomplishments, but you know, don't let that get to you. Now on Wednesday, August the 18th, the sun is in Leo at 26 degrees. Be very mindful of your temper on Wednesday, because things can go too far, much further than you'd like, especially with Jupiter in your sector of self, semi-squaring Chiron and Aries, your sector of communication, siblings, short distance travel, your networks of people. You could tarnish your image with a sibling, neighbors, or people around in your community, or someone that you deal with on a daily basis that's in your networks of people. Okay. If you go overboard with the pleasures afforded you, the assistance aspecting you, you know, even showing off because of the hard work you've done, the esteem you've built among peers, friends, family, and colleagues, you could really tarnish your image because of that and see some setbacks. Overindulgence in all forms is frowned against on that day. Okay, so try not to overindulge as it pertains to, you know, your siblings during short distance travel, you know, with your networks of people and things like that, because what's gained can always be lost, and a fall from grace is definitely possible on that day in some avenue with community or friends or networks of people. So don't press your luck on Wednesday, okay? On Thursday, August the 19th, the sun is in Leo at 27 degrees. Finding balance is very possible on that day due to the favorable aspect of the sun. But remember that Mercury is conjunct Mars in your area of shared finances. So you could get some type of communication about shared finances or things that you're passionate about, maybe even sex or intimacy, death or rebirth. You could get some type of news that is challenging for you, that creates some type of snag for you, delay, or even misunderstandings. You could have complications with your skills as well, with things that you're passionate about. So be mindful of that cropping up on Thursday. Now, at the same time that could be cropping up, don't get over on people. Don't go too hard on people if they're not as on the ball as you are as well on Thursday. Now, another transit that's happening is Uranus going retrograde in Taurus. Now, Uranus is in Taurus. It's been in Taurus. It's going to be there to 2026. But right now, it's going retrograde. Before, it's been going, you know, it's been direct for some time. Now it's going back retrograde, and it's grabbing things from the past. This is about past shocks and surprises coming back to affect your personal finances or resources in some way, or pretty much as it pertains to home and family. Now, this is a time where you can shockingly increase your worth due to what you've learned. And then on the contrary, if you square this angle, challenges can come back from the past, challenging your worth. So let's talk about that a little bit, okay? Because this is not going to be a one-day transit. This is going to go on for quite some time, where these shocks and surprises from the past can crop up as far as home and family is concerned. Now, your assistance and opportunities for home and family through the past are going to be monetary. So that's going to be money or resources coming from the past with you being of service to someone at home and family. Maybe you took somebody to work. Maybe you were taking care of them while they were sick, and now you're getting your check from the government or something for helping them out. Maybe it's it could be any type of money or resources given to you, or assistance you're getting in home and family. Okay. In addition to that, like I said, if you've been sick or you need some resources for health, those can be offered to you. But you're gaining you have assistance with some type of resources and finances, okay? Now, in addition to that, the blessings that are going to be afforded you because of this going retrograde are purely going to be behind the scenes, with secret sacrifice, solitude, things you've worked on in home and family during your solitude, secrets, blessed secrets that go on between you and people in home and family. And it could very likely be about your shared finances. Shared finances could come in shockingly from the past that you might even forgot about or didn't even know about, that come in to bless the home, to take care of others. It could help you out in home and family. In addition to that, things that you're passionate about as far as shared finances could come back up. That could be anything from the past, some type of repairs or some type of insurance coverage, some type of money you were waiting for that you applied for some type of insurance claim or something like that. Any of that could be coming in for you. Now, the only friction you'll see with this going retrograde in home and family are going to be you and your relationships that you harbor. You and the relationships that you harbor could create some tiffs. You could have some tiffs there, and it's going to be people from the past or past issues cropping back up in relationships that are going to kind of bog you down. Okay, so be mindful of that and try to watch out for it, and don't let it bug you too much. Now, as far as Friday is a really good day for several reasons. For a few. Number one, the sun in Leo at 28 degrees is directly opposing Aquarius. So that means that your relationships are directly opposing you. And some of them can make you feel very, very optimistic. On the other end, you could feel kind of self-centered and pushy. So try not to be that way with your relationships. But at the same time, you're getting some type of communication about shared finances, about things that are you are passionate about, some type of rebirth that's coming to you that affects you in home and family. Okay, some type of blessing is communicated about home and family to you, and it's going to shock and surprise you. And that's still going to be around that 14-degree mark. Okay, now, Uranus and Taurus is around the 14-degree mark anyway. In addition to that, the moon in Aquarius is conjunct Saturn. It trines Venus in Libra as well as Ceres in the North Node in Gemini. So that means your area of self or soul is trining what you think and what you preach, your education and skills, long distance travel. And that's also trining on that day, romance, creative endeavors, and children. So you could travel with children. You could travel with a lover. You could travel a long distance, go out and have fun with the family. You could get some good news as to a blessing about one of your creative works, and it makes you look really good. Okay, or some type of blessing comes towards you because of what you think and what you preach as far as your creative endeavors and things like that. Like I said, children could be coming to visit you. You could be going to visit them. But anyway, you're going to have some type of blessing in that partnership that has to do with either a romance, creative endeavors, or your children and what you have put out there in the world. Okay. And this is helping you move towards your North Node, your highest aspiration. So it's a blessing on Friday. Now, on Saturday, if you, especially if you're in those, in those early degrees, those first, I would say like 10 degrees or so of the signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and things like that. Now on Saturday, August the 21st, the sun in Leo is at 29 degrees. That's a day not to talk about it, but to be about it. In other words, don't sit around complaining. Put grounded and sensible plans into action. The moon in Aquarius is going to be squaring Uranus and Taurus. So that's you squaring your sector of home and family. Something is going on there. You're not feeling good about something that's, that's going down, as far as home and family, or maybe even your resources or your worth in home and family. Spending or exhausting your resources certainly won't solve any problems. So try not to be too needy and try not to act impulsively as it pertains to personal finances and resources. Okay. I want you to be very, very mindful of that. Now let's talk about your cards that you got. Now, first of all, permeating your reading is the the Six of Swords card. And the Six of Swords talks about some type of necessary transition, some type of moving forward after some type of calamity or commotion. After a period of difficulty, harmony is restored, okay, for you this week. That's what this is about. Now, the harmony could be about a partnership, because you do have the partnership card aspecting. And I can see where you're looking at a partnership or the investments you've made in a partnership to think about what exactly you wanted to do with this partnership. You may be feeling burnt out or some type of avoidance. Some type of disruption. It could be an illness, of course, something hampering your day-to-day life, but you could also feel isolated from others for certain reasons, or isolated from this person that you're in this partnership with. It could be a problematic habit. You need to set whatever problems you have to the side and don't allow yourself to stay down for too long, okay? Whatever it is in this partnership, you're looking at your investments because you might be feeling this avoidance or this burnout in this relationship, or some type of disruption where you previously had the Six of Pentacles, that charity, that generosity, that wonderful gifts and things like that. It's upside down, and now all you're feeling is within this partnership, some type of selfishness, one-sided charity, meanness, doubt, debt, or you might be either offered a bad deal through a partnership and you're thinking about it now, whether you should do it or not, and you're looking at your investments as to what you should do about it, or you're dealing with someone who gets worried when they don't think it's enough for everybody around and their tempers flare up and they don't realize there's enough room for everybody out here to eat, and they just, don't stay true to their word. They're not coming through for you. So you're thinking about this partnership and what you've invested in it, or you're thinking about investing in a partnership that, might not be all it's cracked up to be. Now, you also have the Three of Pentacles card, and that talks about some sort of home, teamwork. It could be a new business location, but you're looking at this creative teamwork, and there's some type of celebration aspecting because there is the Three of Cups. And with the Three of Cups there, that's talking about friendships, collaborations. They could be creative collaborations as well. Something that you've worked on with others, something that you've cultivated with your skills, okay? There could be some type of new business location. You could be working on a new business location or a new home, cultivating that within a team of people, okay? So it could be either of those, but that's definitely aspecting you to be coming up and coming to fruition, all right? That teamwork, keep cultivating those skills within that team that you've been building with, okay? Now, on the last cards that you got the Cancer card, which is your area of work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. So it could have to do with that. It could have to do with something you're being offered by some type of fire sign person that you're not necessarily satisfied about, or you feel you could do better. The universe is trying to hand you a cup and you're like, no, you don't want it. Or this could be you. This could be you forging toward this offer that you previously didn't want, okay, with this fire sign person, or you're dealing with a Cancer person, okay? You're dealing with a Cancer person, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and they're offering you something, and the monotony has kind of set in the relationship. You're not really wanting what they have to offer, but this is prompting you to be a good businesswoman. Maybe this has to be with have to do with a business. Maybe this does have to do with work. Even the monotony setting in at work, and you not wanting to do this work anymore. But it looks like something is being driven forward, and it's driven forward by you. If it's not a Cancer sign person that's aspecting, offering you something, something is driven forward by you. And the Queen of Wands is in the picture. So you could be a fire sign person, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Or this could just be simply talking about a wise, compassionate woman who is creative, who is independent, who is self-assured. And she is forging forward with her own passions, because she doesn't want to take something that somebody else is giving her. Somebody's just handing her because it's not good enough for her. She's driving forward for her, what she feels she deserves, because she's determined. Okay. So, it could be any of those situations, aspecting you, but something is being offered to you and it doesn't look like you want it. You're sit up against the tree with your arms folded. You don't want whatever it is coming towards you being offered to you. Okay. And you're going to have to decide, make a determination whether you want this or not. Okay. God bless you, Aquarius, and I will see you guys next week. Bye now.